Hey, business owners, we know you know the importance of maximizing every dollar. With the Delta SkyMiles Reserve Business American Express card, you can make your expenses work just as hard as you. From afternoon coffee runs to stocking office supplies and even team dinners, you can earn miles on all your business expenses. Plus, you can earn 125,000 bonus miles for a limited time through October 29th. The Delta SkyMiles Reserve Business Card. If you travel, you know. Minimum spending requirements and terms apply. Offer ends October 29th, 2025.
Because there's a lot of people transitioning out of payroll right now.
Yep.
And people coming in who are excited about it, want to learn about it, and want to make it better.
Welcome back, folks. This is episode 156. We got two great guests today, founders of a tech company. So excited. But before we get into that, what's up, Walt?
What's up with you, man? It's another day. Brian, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man.
Good.
Yeah, man. My news update for today is like my current event and my new all in one shot
Nice.
is that I am taking the Payroll Bootcamp from Payroll org.
There you go.
Starting tomorrow. Gonna take the CPP in the fall and see if I pass this thing.
Yeah. It's just
I'm excited, man. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm locked in.
good, man.
Grow the craft, and
Yeah, man.
you're up next.
Yeah,
right. You're gonna
yeah.
take yours and start in the fall.
Yep, starting to fall, and then for next spring.
For
And
spring
then-
test,
Yeah,
yes.
and so that's what I want to do it. Get
Dope.
enroll. Yeah, my job's gonna cover it for me, so I'm excited, man.
Heck yeah. And for those of you who don't know and thinking about the CPP, they only give the test in two times a year, fall and spring.
Yeah.
So I'm taking the preparation course now. That'll help. It's like a 20-week course, once a week, about 5 hours of commitment per week, because it's 2 hours of, I think it's 2 hours of class time, or hour and change maybe. And they recommend 3 hours of study on your own before the next class.
Wow.
So yeah, no, it's but look, what better? We're all in on Payroll. You know what I mean? It's only going to help the podcast, the job, the world that we do. Everything we do is just all going to help. And like we say, this podcast, I always say, it's a cheat code for
Yeah.
me, because, right, doing a podcast gets me better at the job. Doing my job gets me better at podcasts and more to talk
Well,
about
always,
things
it's causing us to learn even more.
even more.
You know what I'm saying? We're always ever learning. You should always be, but
Yep.
like this is causing us to have different conversations and be abreast about what's going on in
Yeah.
the industry.
Man, I took the pre-test already, like a practice, like to gauge where you are.
Mhm.
Based on that, I don't know anything.
You got to study
Now,
money.
I could have cheated.
Yeah.
I could have cheated and just looked everything up, because
Right,
everything
right.
was Googleable and
Yeah.
research. I'm at a point now when I look it up, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, that's it. Yup,
Yeah.
I know what I know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it'll be good to get. Yeah, I mean, I'm expecting more.
There you go.
I'm here for it. What about you, man? What you got for us today?
So mine is just a short and sweet. I love the true payroll crime stories. So we haven't done one.
Oh
in
yeah,
a
we gotta
long
do
time.
another one. Yeah.
It is just a quick story on justice.gov about two CPAs who were sentenced in $1 billion syndicated conservation easement tax scheme. So basically,
Dang.
they created
So
tax shelters.
old. Okay.
So that's basically what happened between the years of 2014 and
But
2019.
illegally,
Illegally.
because they're legal tax
Yes,
shelters,
illegally.
but this is not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it was two CPAs that did it, man. So yeah, they caused millions and millions of dollars in tax losses to the IRS, and they eventually got caught in the scheme, man.
Wow. What else? Did they get convicted?
Yeah,
or-
they were convicted and they were sentenced as of October last year. They were sentenced to 20 months each in prison.
20
They
months
rolled
each.
almost 2 years.
Wow. How much dollars again?
It was a $1 billion syndicated scheme, but they caused tens of millions of dollars in losses to the IRS.
Look, I don't know how to say this, right? But I feel like the punishment does not meet the crime. Yeah, man. Like 20 months
Yeah.
for potentially they have millions stored away somewhere, stashed
Send
away
them-
if they were smart.
Send them over to Singapore, let them get a couple canes.
Oh my gosh. Not that it wouldn't be worth any amount for me. I'm not going to prison. Would not want to go for any amount of money.
So the IRS criminal investigation and the U.S. Postal Inspection Service investigated this case.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I was. Yep. It happens.
Yes, sir.
A lot of true payroll crime fraud
Yeah.
out there.
Was-
And welcome any new guests, any new listeners to the show. Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
I was on a Facebook page this past week and folks were just asking questions. And I was like, oh man, look, reach out. So I've been talking to people, helping them out, basic stuff, not basic stuff, but normal payroll questions.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh man, and they didn't know about the show. So I was like, please come check out the show, listen. So welcome new folks. Shout out to Ashley.
Yeah.
We had a great conversation. She's new to payroll. Not new, but I guess new for 6 years in payroll. Not new, really.
No, not really.
6 years is a long time. It
Yeah,
made me
pretty
think of
cool.
Kristina Hagney right away because after 9 years, she was like, I'm out on my own. I'm good.
Yeah.
But she was already triple certified, and
Yeah.
I guess that's a big game changer. And then a lot of folks are on the fence about it. Should they get the CPP and not CPP like we always talk about?
Mhm.
And again, I just think we're at a place where it makes sense. And we found another certification, right, from that what is that, Bookkeepers
What?
Association.
Yeah.
Yep. I want to get that one too.
Yeah. Why not?
So, shout out to everybody. Want to learn payroll, reach out. We're here for you.
Yeah.
Let's pay the bills. Yes, sir. If you're looking for a more efficient way to manage employee time, TrakGO is the solution. Time TrakGO turns an ordinary tablet into a state-of-the-art time clock in just minutes. And with this mobile app and web portal, employees can clock in from anywhere. But wait, it gets a little better than that. Time TrakGO also automated the PTO and time off request process, making it very easy for both you and your team. So stop wasting time with those outdated, unsophisticated, whack and system.
This is most definitely like Time TrakGO has a special offer for It's About Payroll listeners. Right now, they are offering an additional 50% off your first 2 months. So just head over to www.timetrakgo.com. That's www.timetrakgo.com/IAP to start your 14-day free trial today and claim this special offer. Let's go.
Let's go. So today we have two amazing guests. They're the founders of a company called Linked Up, I believe it is.
LNKTup.com.
Yep. And they are redefining the payroll checklist.
Yes.
Right? They're super powering. They've made an app out of it. I have access. I have not been able to get in there yet. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And so welcome Lisa King and Kristina Vartija. Yay.
Vartija. Yep.
Awesome. Of Linked Up. Is that what you call the company? Linked Up?
So our website is linkedup.com, but we call ourselves Linked.
Okay. Very cool. I want to get it right because you guys are going to change the game for payroll.
Yes.
First, always we do origin story, but these two amazing founders have redefined the payroll checklist, and we're going to learn more about that.
Yes.
But before, how'd you each get into payroll? Kristina, go first.
Yeah. So I actually started right out of college. So when I applied for jobs during college, I ended up with this one company that outsources payroll, and they had a college hire program. And so I ended up interviewing. I got the job. It was like an analyst role. And I was like, I have no idea what I'm going to be doing. Analyst sounds cool. Didn't know any background on this company. You're just like, yeah, I'll take a job. And so I landed they had like different payroll processing systems that they manage people's payroll. And so I ended up on the Workday floor. And then what was funny about when I started was that I didn't have a team. And so I ended up rolling up into the vice president at the place. So of the Workday like outsourcing. And so he was like, since you don't have a team right now, why don't you go shadow people like on the floor? And so there's people doing HR, and then there's payroll and taxes and garnishments. And so I just kind of hopped around for a few months and shadowed people, got to see what they were doing. And then I ended up really liking like all the people who were in payroll. I thought they were, I don't know, I was just like, I like these people's vibes. The ones who are doing payroll, they seem cool. I also majored in math. And so I was like, numbers, I love it. I love being analytical. I love problem solving. And I felt like all those people, what they were doing, not just processing payroll, but you're also trying to problem solve and make sure the next payroll is right. Or why did this payroll go wrong? And so I noticed that when I was shadowing. So I went back to the guy and I was like, I want to be in payroll. And he was like, what? Like, nobody usually says, I want to do payroll.
Except Walt.
Even though he has a payroll background, it was unusual. Yeah.
Walt chose it
And
in
so
his origin.
See, yeah, I think
You
here we
choose
are.
it or it chooses
Yeah.
you,
Or you
right?
fall
Chooses
into
you,
it.
yep.
Yeah, exactly. I think most people say they fell into it, which I technically fell into it in the sense that I didn't get to choose like where I ended up. Like I didn't know what analyst meant. I had no idea that I was going to be like a payroll analyst. But I ended up choosing it once I ran the floor and saw what people were doing. And that's how I got into it.
That says a lot. After you saw these different departments and you still chose it, like
I know,
that
exactly.
says-
Yeah. I think that's what it is.
Lisa?
So I think payroll chose me. I was at a computer company and out of college, I went there and I was going to help them choose a new like ERP system, payroll HR system. We put up the RFPs and there's a little bit of downtime, right? So we're hanging out and the payroll person goes on maternity leave.
Wow.
I can't tell you how many
Classic
times
story.
we've heard that story. Oh my gosh.
So they're like, well, you have a little extra time. And I knew nothing about payroll. And it was I think a lot of people, when you're first out of college, your first job, you're like getting to know your paycheck, still that. And they're like, can you run payroll? And I was like, I wasn't really asked, right? So I ran
You're
it.
welcome.
And again, I'm the same with, I love numbers, super analytical, right? Wish I were more creative. But yeah, and although I did like more HRIS kind of jobs through my career, they always ended up having that payroll team or that payroll. Once you have like payroll on your resume, like you never get out of payroll, even if you
Exactly.
have a little bit of a different role.
Yep.
And so that kind of evolved. And then I ended up doing payroll implementations for like 10 years. And then now here we are. Yeah. But I love payroll. I think it's such a great career. And I want to see more young people
Yes.
get into
Yes.
payroll.
Yep.
Because I do think
Same.
it can be great,
Yeah.
right? It's just
How do we advocate?
Yeah, there's a lot of avenues.
Absolutely.
I feel like.
Yeah.
And I mean, learned so much through this show that it is entrepreneurs, co-founders, like you say you're not creative. I think it takes a creative bit to have that risk to do this, to co-found a company and build something from nothing. To me is creativity. That's the part I love about
Yes.
what me and Walt do, is that we're taking something that was not and we're creating. It's like on painting a canvas for me, because I'm the same way. I don't think I'm that creative. I have good ideas, and that's creativity. So don't short yourself.
That's true. I appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Yes, I am.
I appreciate that.
How did you
Yes.
two?
And of course,
I'm sorry.
that is funny. Okay, no, I was just gonna go over funny story. I'll tell it. Is that okay,
Yeah.
Kristina?
Go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
I interviewed Kristina for a job, and you know what? The minute we got on the phone call, like that was it, because we resonated. Like, just she is the same way I am. Like, we both love payroll, but we want technology to really be a part of it. And so I think it was an interview that turned into like a brainstorming session, because I was starting the payroll at a new like implementation startup company, and I was starting the payroll team, but I wanted like-minded people in terms of work smarter, not harder, right?
Yep.
We want to leverage technology, because with implementations, you do the same thing over and over. It's a
Yeah.
little different for sure. It's nuanced depending on your client, but there's a lot of things that are very manual that we were like, let's try to make it automated. Let's make it easier for us. Let's make it easier for our client. And I think that really resonated. So that's how we met. And I was thinking about it last night, Kristina. I think that was like 2017.
7 years
Wow.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
7,
So
8. Yeah. Gosh.
yeah. And we worked together that
Yeah.
whole time, and then to start this company together.
Perfect segue. Tell us why you decided to start Linked.
Yeah, I think Lisa and I, we both exactly what she was saying. We were trying to find ways to make implementations easier for our clients, and that we were providing this great software for. And then what we noticed was, okay, now you have this great payroll processing system, but every single time that we were on site with a customer for go live or right before, we would say, okay, now make sure you take your notes out from the implementation, or let's take out Excel and start writing down all the tasks that you need to do for your checklist. And we were like, there's nowhere that this lives. There's nothing for payroll teams to be collaborative. And so that's where it started. We were like, how do we make this process so it's really seamless, it's up to date with other apps that are out there, and we're not just stuck in spreadsheets and or notes, Word, or people's minds of what are the steps for the process. Because every single time we went on an implementation and the customer, we would always say, it's almost like we were like, okay, let's do the next step, and here's what it is, and let's do the next one. And then what happens when Lisa and I are gone? Now they're like, okay, I hope I took good notes. And every single like payroll team is different, right? It's not all, you don't always follow the same process everywhere either. And so that's how the idea started, was like, how do we get to a place where payroll teams can feel like they have a management system that is built for them specifically? Like all these other teams like project management and product management, and like they have Monday.com or Smartsheets or something like really cool and slick to use. And payroll, I got my note.
Yep.
And another thing, right, when we left, there are some processes you don't do very often. And you maybe during implementation covered it 1 or 2 times. Maybe it's like a check where you need to, okay, I need to back out, right, for a state, right? You need to back out one state and add another. And maybe you did it early on in the process and they don't remember anything. They don't have any like they're scouring through their notes. Like they have to rely on you. And we wanted to say, no, let's make sure you have a procedure, right? That you could go back on it and read it and say, okay, yes, I can follow this, right? And do this if I need to do a manual check with that. And so we were just like, let's find a, whatever you want to call it. We call it a PMS, payroll management system.
Okay.
And we, right? And yes, and so we call it that so that it's all together. And it's funny because I will tell people about it who are not in payroll, and I thought they have ADP or Workday that does that. And I try to explain payroll system for sure is a huge part of your process, but it's not your whole process, right? It's a part of your process. And I think that's what people outside of payroll really don't get. They're like, why would you need that? They have these other great systems. And yes, there are a lot of great systems out there, but everyone has all these processes, right? Dependent on industry. We have clients have things on their list, and then one has 150 because that's super, where I'm at. Right there. They've got 30,000 employees. It's healthcare. It's super. There's so many ins and outs. It's not all in their systems. And every one of those has to be completed correctly in order for you to pay people. That's where we were like, we want a system that all companies can use and have everything they need in there to run their payrolls, and so people can take vacations.
Yes.
I like that.
So I had a question. You made me think about something, right? I build my checklist out. I have it. But now I'm leaving. I gave my notice. How do you guys have that solved? Like, how does that person pass it off and leave it with the company if it's my credentials that I log into?
Yeah. You can invite, so if someone was taking over for you, you can manage your team and invite users. Perfect. So it's not just yourself. You can have a team that's in there. So if someone's taking over, you would invite them, and then that person, once you're gone, can then go in there and remove you so that you're no longer a part of it anymore.
Okay.
So yeah, that's exactly, we want it to be as collaborative as possible so you can invite members of your team. And then we know that payroll teams are often like, they have different role types. So maybe you have some people who are like your payroll managers, like support staff, but then underneath that, there might be some analysts that are below those team members. And so we do have a couple different security roles that you could assign to users as well.
This episode is brought to you by Voco Hotels by IHG, where you should prepare to be charmed. From Chicago to Myrtle Beach to Saranac Lake, each Voco in the U.S. has its own local flavor and unique detail. Our hosts welcome you with little extras, and you'll find rooms for catching up on me time and full-service bars and restaurants that are perfect for us time. Come on in and live the Voco life and book your next stay at vocohotels.com. VOCO hotels.com.
That's great.
And I love that question too, because we built linked on our personal experiences, right? And one of mine was I got calls from a client, a former client, and they're like, our payroll manager is leaving. And it was a payroll manager and like a part-time person who literally didn't know anything, just did what the payroll manager told him to do. And so they're like, they called me, they're like, hey, this is happening. Can you like document everything before she leaves? Okay. She's leaving in a week, right? And so I'm only going to be able to document what she wants to share. And she wasn't leaving on like the best of terms. And so it was a little dicey anyway.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was hard.
Yeah.
And I said, send me your process. And it was literally a spreadsheet with as many tabs as a spreadsheet has. I don't know, 50. But all it wasn't instructions. It was like output. All these reports and output. And I was like, where are your instructions? And it was, I did the best I could with what I had. And I thought, you know what, this is crazy, because then they took her computer right when she left and then cleared it, wiped it. So all that documentation on her computer is gone. And then there's this me who learned what I could, and this part-time guy who didn't, who literally was like, she tells me what to do and I do it. And so I was like, this is terrible for so many reasons. One, you're paying a consultant all this money, you really to sit here hour per hour. And then there were so many misses because what wasn't shared wasn't paid, right? And so it took them a very long time. And so I just thought, if somebody would have had something that they could have just passed off and gone through, they would have been in a totally different situation. And we all know how important it is to pay people correctly, right? Like that one person in charge of that is gone. And now you're risking all your employees, them feeling like valued members of
They
your
can't
company,
trust your
right?
organization.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that is so risky. You want people, it's a contract. I'm so passionate about this. Was like, you're coming to work each day, and our contract is that we pay you correctly, like at the very least. And I think that I'm sure you've all seen those reports that you pay somebody incorrectly one time, 25% likely to look for another job. You do it twice, they're like 75% likely to be here, because people need their money. And sorry to go on, but I have one funny story. Is we were on a implementation one time, and this was their old system, but they couldn't pay this person. Oh, I don't know if it was old or new, but they couldn't pay this person correctly it was like weeks. And
It was multiple.
And he said, I'm not coming back to work until you pay me correctly. And
He went on strike.
he went on strike, and he was like, I'm out until you pay me correctly. And I was like, I get it, right? But
And his manager called, and he was like, because it was like a security guard, and they were like short-handed. And so the manager called him, like, what can I do to pay this guy? Like today, we don't have anybody for security right now. He's out.
Wow. Oh
So
my
I don't have
God.
anybody else to cover. And so it was like, okay, we need to figure this out. What happened?
You can't pay people. Things happen.
No,
of
you can't.
course.
It's terrible.
But our jobs are to do our best to do that. And so, and I think we need the tools to be able to do that as well.
Yes.
Yeah. We got one job.
We got
It takes it's very to get to that one job, but it so we talk about funny stories. When I was just starting out in payroll 20 plus years ago, my daughter was a baby and she needed to go to the doctor, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to go to this event for my job. And she's like, what do you mean? You got to go to the doctor with me? I was like, oh, it's my career. I need to go. She's like, I didn't know cutting checks was a career.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. She'll probably deny it now. So she was like,
Cutting checks.
yeah.
Yes.
It's just
Cutting checks and pushing
the
a button.
perception. Yes. That button push. There's so many posts on LinkedIn now with the comedy of it all. And it's all when you think so many plays on, people think payroll is just pushing a button. And it's so much more, right? It's just so much more that goes into it. And right now I'm using a spreadsheet. I think I'm up to 10 or 15 tabs, and I can't wait to start taking the time to move it into the linked system checklist, and just I can't wait. Yeah,
we can't wait for you to be in there and give us feedback.
Absolutely.
Because we had some pilot clients who really helped us so much, because we built it based on our experience, but there's so many different payrolls run so differently. Everyone has their own experiences, and some of the things that we thought, oh, that's not very important, people were like, no, and vice versa. And So we would love, we can't
Absolutely.
wait
No,
for
I
you to
can't
get in
wait.
there.
I can't wait.
Perfect.
And
Yeah.
it's so funny how you say from your experience, right? I was talking to somebody that's 6 years into payroll now, and she said, "How long have you been in payroll?" I was like, 20 plus. She's like, "Oh my gosh, you've seen it all." And I said, "No, that's the funny thing about payroll. I have not
No.
seen it all.
Yeah.
There's some things I don't even
Yeah.
have a clue about because it's so nuanced
Right.
to industry,
Oh, yes.
the company, headcount, issues that dictate
The
that's all
software.
right, that
Yeah.
create your own
So
personal
many.
issues in it. And speaking of issues and challenges, what are some of the challenges that you guys have faced now building Link?
Yeah, I think the
Lisa's
different
like, "Oh my God,
the
we
okay.
got time?" Sure.
I'm like, no, but I'm like, yeah, go ahead,
The
Kristina.
different nuances for sure. I
Yeah.
think that because you'll have one user say, I want to see it this way, and then another user say, I wanted to see it that way. And so then it's like trying to decide which one is the right way, and do we have our own personal conviction of what is the right way? Because we want to give payroll teams a little bit of a guidance on, hey, this is how we think it's best. We don't want to restrict you
Right.
or anything, but we want to say within our tool, we provide checklists and procedures all in one place and collaboration within that tool as well. So all of this lives in one app.
Amazing.
And within that, we wanted to say, okay, we think it's best that you have categories, and then within the categories, you have tasks. And so that type of stuff we dictate, but then it gets a little bit hard when different users want different perspectives. They're like, I want a full 30,000 foot view because I'm a payroll manager. And so I just want to see like the whole thing. But then we also have the person who's in the weeds of things and wants to see, okay, their specific detail, like they're going to view every single task because they need to actually run every single task. They're not just going to view from a high level. And so it's like taking all those perspectives and like putting them into one app that can be kind of a challenge, but I think we're doing pretty well. So,
Yeah. And the beautiful response, perfect. LOL, I was going to say money.
No doubt. No doubt.
Hey.
Yeah, that too.
Being a founder is so
Yes.
hard when you're like doing it yourself
Yep.
and bootstrapping as
Yeah.
like you have a
Mhm.
full-time job, right?
Yep.
And then you're trying to do this and dedicate your time
Yeah.
to it and still have the energy for it, which is really hard. And then keep
Yep.
on, and it's hard. And then you don't see a lot of, it takes a long time to get things going.
Mhm.
So it's, we
Yeah, it
don't
does.
see anything. Do we just give up? This is so hard. And because we thought a little bit about, do we get investors or what? I'm trying to get advice on that. But the early stages, we were very much, we don't want someone to tell us what we should be doing.
Exactly.
And that was really important to us because we don't want, you have to do it this way, because we want it done the right way in terms of what our clients think's important. We don't want people to say, you can't do that because of money, because of whatever. We really restrain from that at the beginning because of those things. And yes, so that part's been really hard to stay motivated and dedicated. And I'm sure you guys understand that as well and have been through that. It is hard when you're like trying to self-support yourself and fund yourself, and it's expensive, right, to start a company. And so we are very happy you had us on today so we could talk about our tool. So thank you. That really,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
little
of
things
course.
like this help us out so much.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys are
Yeah,
changing
and
the
letting
game.
people know that we
That's
exist.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not come up and say, are you another payroll provider? And it's
No.
like, no,
Yeah.
no,
We
we're
are a
not.
payroll management
We're a
system.
PMS.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
I love it.
So,
PMS.
yeah, PMS. I went to your site and I went to your about page, right? And I saw what your company's values are. Aim for impact. Always learning. Don't take responsibility. Share everything supportive and enjoy your downtime.
I love it. This is amazing. I love this.
Can you
Wow.
speak to what motivated you to make those your values for your company?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
go ahead.
think honestly, I think it started with Elisa a little bit. So Elisa hired me, and one of the things somebody asked me like recently, they were like, "Who is a really good payroll mentor for you?" Obviously, it's Lisa. Lisa
Right.
is my payroll mentor, and the reason that she was one of the first name that comes to my head, not because I work with her like every day, and I love her, but because she was so supportive, and she would drop like anything to help you, especially when it came to any kind of payroll problem. And you heard us talk about like in the beginning stages of like when we first talked, we were like, how can we improve and make things better? And so it was like, we're always trying to learn from each other. We're always trying to make things better. We really value our downtime. So like when we're off, we take that pretty seriously because we think it's important that a lot of payroll teams in general, you miss vacations or holidays because you have to process payroll. And so that's like the unfortunate part about being in payroll is that you're probably going to be working a Christmas here or there or working New Year's or 4th of July always manages to fall on a payroll week. And then you don't feel comfortable taking a vacation because you're going to do double time of the work when you come back. And so it's, how can we make that better for payroll teams? And like, how can our app help payroll teams feel like they can take time off and feel comfortable that they have the right tools and resources to have things covered for them. But I feel like our values came from those things, like being supportive, and we're always trying to learn and make things better. And we definitely value our downtime.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, and thank you. That's very sweet. But also too, it's funny, we were looking on Reddit. Reddit is such a gold mine for us, right? We see a lot of things that really help us. But it was so funny because we saw this girl post and she seemed very, I'd love to get into payroll. This is so great. Tell me about it. And totally comes out. Don't get into payroll. You'll never
Don't do it.
Don't do it. And just like, I took a vacation, was it like 1998? And it was like,
we're like, this is so bad.
Right. I took a week off the week like before to train someone. I took a week off and then I took 3 weeks trying to clean everything up. Don't do it. And we were like, this is exactly the problem, right? We can't have this. And we need young, bright people in payroll.
Yes.
So let's include them in, let's mentor them. Let's get them like invited instead of don't do it, because there's a lot of people transitioning out of payroll right now and people coming in who are excited about it, want to learn about it and want to make it better.
Yep.
Well said. Yes. I definitely appreciate that. When I read your values, it definitely resonated with me and spoke to me because I think that's what a lot of payroll pros that I've met along my career doing this, a lot of them share that same sentiment. They have those same values.
Yes.
And it's about basically serving to others. And
it is a service job.
And I can tell that you both there's love that you have for the payroll community and for helping others. And it definitely feel that. And definitely resonates with myself. I don't know about Brian, but I can only speak for myself. But that
This is the first time I saw the values. I love it. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. But they're really important to us. And so thank you so much. It means a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think people don't realize that. Yeah, payroll isn't just about processing payroll, but it is about serving the employee who is like your essentially your customer.
Yeah.
So I think it is a service job.
We started the other podcast. It's about your paycheck for employees because we've had so many people like in our families and friend circles to come up to us and, oh, that's right, you do payroll, the podcast, oh, it's great, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I had one friend that was like, I don't even know what my pay stub is saying to me. And I'm like, why don't you ask your payroll people? No, I don't. I'm like, no, man. I was like, look, most likely they're gonna be helpful and later that day, he brought his stub to me and was like, look, help me. And I was like, man, me and Walt had already been talking about it and was like, we have to do this.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Another payroll.
We love that.
Yeah. Another payroll pro put the battery in our back and set the fire for us way back when we started this show and was like, I don't think there's enough customer service out there. And we were like, what do you mean? And our customers, I don't think there's enough customer service for them from payroll. Yeah. And Walt talks all the time. He's always, employers need to do more. And because I'm like, well, employers going to do as much as they need to satisfy the employees. They're not going to go beyond that.
Yeah.
And so we need to fill that gap and try to teach employees like what they're entitled to, what some of the laws, like, look, there's different laws in every state that benefit you. West Coast is very employee centric and things like that, like the ups and downs of having unemployment, right? The Florida doesn't have income taxes, but there's a downside to that because we don't have any advocacy either for employees, right? It all defaults to federal, and federal minimum wage in federal is $7.25. Who wants to default rules? We need state advocacy, but we don't have income tax. And so we just do a little education as much as we can. And that's what we were talking about before, just like how to keep putting that content out there, get the right algorithms going and stuff. But
it's important because I don't think I know a payroll professional who hasn't had somebody bring them
That's
their
right.
pay stubs or have a
Mm.
That's
question
right.
for them. And so what if they don't have somebody like that they know,
Yeah.
right? Like we've all, I'm at a cousin, people ask, and we always want to help
Yeah.
them and bring your pay stubs. Let's figure it
Yeah.
out. But what if you don't have that? Like, where do you go? And especially if they are intimidated or maybe they don't have the right support at their company and they just have a question that they want to just understand. And even if
Yeah.
it's here's some resources for you.
Yeah.
And paychecks are confusing. They are.
They are.
And taxes and rules change all the time.
Yes.
And if you're not on top of it, like, why would I think it's great that you're doing that, because I think
Thanks.
people have questions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. And that's with our Goldmine Reddit, right? You go out there, people are like, what is this?
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Yeah, people post their paychecks out there
God.
just trying to
Like-
find help or like some. Yeah, no, legitimately.
they
I saw
need
the other
help.
day. They're like,
Holy cow.
can you post your paycheck redacted so I can help you
Yeah.
like walk through it? But it's true. Like we laugh because like people say like payroll's just pushing a button, but it's so complex, and then we expect employees to understand that complexity.
Right.
Well,
without ever
if-
a
Yeah.
lesson. Like, it's just like,
Yeah.
no, whatever this
It
is.
took
what
Yeah,
you
us
do.
years.
It's a
Right.
part of,
Yeah.
But
go ahead.
then, yeah. You go
To
ahead.
me, it's a part of financial literacy, right?
Yes.
It's kind of the thing that Brian and I debated on. He was like, that's up to the employee. And I was like, we as employers and payroll pros can do our part to help.
Where
Yeah,
else
absolutely.
would they get it?
Exactly.
Like silly
Yeah.
things. Like there's OASDI,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
There's I won't say payroll system who calls it
Or security.
Social Security, and some call it OASDI.
Yes.
And if you're an employee, would you know that
No.
that's
Difference?
the same thing?
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
I just would be like, what
Yeah.
is this? I've never seen this
Yeah.
before
Yep.
on my check. If they're a new employee here and they use a different software, it's little things like
Exactly
this
right.
probably put their mind at ease, and they're like, this is weird, but I don't know who to ask, and I don't want to seem dumb.
Yep.
But it's like, they're difficult. I think that it's great for people to have a resource to ask questions.
Absolutely. Yep.
Do you have a call in? That would be great. We should do a call.
So
Yes.
what we've been trying to get going is we're trying to find the right time to do a live recording and just be
Perfect.
live and start getting some. We're trying to find the right tool, the right platform. Is it TikTok? Is it IG? Where is it? We tried Riverside, which can go live on multiple platforms, but just didn't like the prints, and we like our editor better on Descript and Squadcast, this platform. So we stopped using River. So we're just trying to find that right platform to do that, because we would like to bring in and that's exactly right. We
Yeah.
don't know what they need to know. Everything
on
is so
TikTok.
second nature for us that what questions do they want to ask? And Lisa's right. Remember I was telling you, Lisa said to check Reddit out,
Yes.
and
Yep.
we need to do that too. Go on Reddit and see what's going on over there. See what people are talking about. I did join a Facebook page
Great.
because at the date, I'm telling my age, because I've been on Facebook forever. So I have been joining those, and like Payroll and another pro had recommended, like look at those. And they've actually, I'm going to get some new listeners because folks were asking questions, and I just jumped in and was like, oh, hey, and DM me if you need more info. And 5 people DM me and was like, hey, this question, oh my God, can you help? And then I was like, holy crap, whoa.
Yeah.
So, and happy to help. I was just going back and forth with
Yeah.
people like, yep, do this, do that. So yeah, there's so much space for it, for more things, like more tools and the support pieces that the vendors don't think about, I don't know if they care about it, but you can fill those spaces. So that's what's exciting, right? And now the big guys are going to be worried about AI. They're not even going to be worrying about these other things. Then, we got to get on the AI race and wherever that goes, as
I think it's
no, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
Sorry,
no.
I was just going
No,
to
no,
say
no.
that's one of the reasons that I really love the payroll community, because people are always willing to help with a question. And that's why even with you guys, right? Like payroll is your job, and we want to take the time as well to help people. And your, cousin, nephew, whoever comes with a paycheck, you're not like, no, I'm not at work, I'm not doing that. It's like I
love
think
it,
that
yeah.
most of us genuinely want to help people understand.
Yes.
It's important.
Yep.
That's why I like that share everything. Like I really connect to all of these values. Like this is great. I was just telling one of the folks I was talking to today, I was like, oh, she's like, oh, thank you so much for helping. I was just like, hey, knowledge isn't worth it if I can't share it. And I love teaching. So
Right.
Do you have
So-
all those on any merch or anything at all? Your values? I think that would be so cool.
Oh, we should do that.
that'd be
We
awesome
should.
t-shirt.
Thank you.
Yep.
That's a great
Do
idea.
something. Yep.
That's a great
I would
idea.
definitely.
We a great artist, but I think you guys have that solved. But if you ever need a branding artist or anything like that, we got somebody that's really good
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, we're really trying to help the payroll community in general and just trying to keep them more organized, keep payroll on track. That's our
We need
motto.
it.
And again, perfect
yeah,
leading
putting all
into
those
the as we come to the end of this. What do you want payroll pros to know?
Yeah, we want you to know that Linked exists and that we're out here trying to essentially get you out of Excel and Word or notes or paper for your payroll checklist and putting them into Linked so that you can manage your entire team, who's doing what. You can manage all your procedures and steps all in one place. One of Lisa's favorite features is on every task, you can add the procedure to
Ooh,
it. And
yes.
so if someone was out and they open that task, they can just view the procedure immediately in the app. So they know exactly what the steps are that person follows. You can also edit those procedures within the app, edit any tasks that are recurring. But it's not just for your on-cycle payroll. We want you to put any of your checklists, like your year-end, your quarterly tax filing, a new state registration, all the things that payrolls do. Like we have new earnings. What do? You have an acquisition. What happens? So
Unfortunately, you
adding
have
all
an
those
employee
nuances.
pass away, right? Like
Oh my
how
gosh, we
often
were
does
just
it
talking
happen?
about that.
Not
Yep.
very often. It's very sad,
Yep.
but there's a very
What do you
specific
do?
process you have to follow. And you don't want to be like, I got to get this check to the family or the trust or whatever. And you don't want to be like, we have no idea who did it. You want to just be able to go to a checklist and say, oh, yep, got it done. Get
Here
that
it
check
is.
out. It's really important. But what if that was 3 payroll processors ago who
Yep,
did
yeah.
it? And now you're like, I don't even know where to start with our payroll system.
Yep.
Do you have to change the name or do you do it outside of
Yep.
it? Like those processes are almost even more important, right? Because
Yes.
those have to be timely and you want to make sure that, so sorry to interrupt you,
No, you're fine.
Kristina, but that
No,
one
yeah,
is
and
like,
just-
yeah. And we want
And keeping we
You-
essentially just want to be able to track all of your activity and anything that you do on a checklist so you can prove to your auditors that this is who
Yeah.
did that task and when was it done by. So we're just tracking all of those things for you within one app so you don't have to go hunt and peck for that procedure or that checklist or that link or who emails this, putting that all in one place. But we're launching officially in May for Congress.
Woo.
So come see us. We
Please
have a
come
little
see us.
booth.
we have stickers
Booth
and pins and fun
1806.
stuff.
Yay.
Yeah.
Even if it's
Yes,
just to
we
get
have fun
back.
stickers.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, literally. We have money socks. so
Money
come see us
socks?
for our
What are
money socks
those?
as well.
Yeah, they're just
Yeah.
with money.
Oh,
dollar bill,
okay.
like dollar
Dollar
signs
signs on the side.
money
Okay.
socks. You're like, are they filled with money? That would be
Wait,
great.
man.
Maybe next. Maybe next
be
year we
good.
can afford money
Yeah.
socks. But this year it's just dollar sign socks.
Right.
But and
Brilliant.
also we don't have our pricing out there yet. I think we're really reasonably priced, right? And we have all sorts. We have large companies. We have one person. I don't even know, gigantic payroll teams. What do you think? Like 15, 20 on
Yeah, easy.
teams, and then we have 2 people, right?
1,
Yep.
2.
And
Yeah.
so it's fit for everybody. And also, it doesn't matter what payroll system you have. I think that's
right.
key. Like everybody, regardless of your payroll system, needs a checklist. You need a
Absolutely, yeah.
process, right?
Absolutely.
You need to have your processes documented. And I just would like to, before we end, close with one story.
Of
And
course.
because we talk about processing a lot and the checklist. But today I had a really interesting situation happen and really goes to like disaster recovery, business continuity. I had a company call me today, old client, and they process outside of the US for US. Power outage.
Yeah,
Yes.
Spain and Portugal.
They
Yeah.
cannot process their US payroll. Nobody has. They called me and said, what can you do? And I was like, I can do my best, but I don't know your process. I can get people paid. You're going to have to fix it. I will do my best.
Oh
But
my
just
gosh.
I was thinking if they had links,
Yep.
right? I could go on, log in,
Yep.
and I would be able to run their payroll and be very confident that I got people paid correctly.
Yes.
But I am going to be flying by the seat of my pants and just saying, looking at their last paycheck and saying, does it look okay with this paycheck? Okay. And then forget about the nuances
Oh,
and
yeah.
forget about,
Mm-mm.
forget about, I don't know who gets funded.
Nope.
I don't know if your 401k gets funded automatically. I don't
Wow.
know if that's a file. What about, I don't know anything.
Taxes,
And that's terrifying for a company to know that they have thousands of U.S. employees who just might not get paid because of a disaster that you don't think is coming. And so you never know. So anyway, that's the thing. It's not just about Kerma. Look at how it could help you in that. And I think we all need to be prepared, right, for disasters. You never
Absolutely.
know.
Yep.
We talk about on the show all the time, business continuity. And oh, by the way, I plugged you guys today because me and Walt teach a payroll course, and we're running.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we're running a
Awesome.
5-day course
Love that.
now. And I said the same thing. I was like, hey, you got to stay organized and checklists. And I said, oh, by the way, speaking of checklists, and I plugged you guys in, and our learning partner is great because they let us plug our whoever we want, really. Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely. No, I love it. This
Yeah, I appreciate
has to be the go-to tool for
Yes.
for payroll folks. And one thing that if you haven't already done this is maybe consider creating a blurb that payroll pros can use to sell it to their leaders. I think,
Oh, that's a great
Yeah.
idea.
yeah, we're proponents of
Just like Congress has,
Yes,
okay, if
exactly
you want
right.
to come, here's
Here-
a little thing to give to them to say what
why.
you'll get out of it.
Yes, exactly
That's
right.
wonderful. Thank you for that advice.
Of course, because the biggest thing, what I see is that knowledge transfer from one payroll person to another. And because I've walked into new companies and I'm like, hey, so where's the SO? No. And I'm like, what?
Yep.
Thank
Right.
God I've
'Cause
been
they
doing
end up
this
on
for a little
people's-
while.
Right? They end up on people's hard
Yep.
drives. The updated copies end up on
And
people's
that's
hard drives,
exactly,
and that's really
yes, thank you for
makes me
reminding me
crazy.
because that's exactly what I said in the class as well. I said, be sure that you're saving things on the company share drive, not your laptop. And go a step further and make sure that there's a redundancy that the company has for that file as well. And that server
somebody
dies.
deletes the drive, right?
Yep. Where else is it? And then what we talk about is folks become dependent on the vendor, right? So yes, now some payroll systems you can save files to the employee profile. Awesome. But that can't be the only place that those files exist. And payroll reports off. Like folks are, I'm like, hey, where the report saved? Oh, they're on the system. Where else are they? Are they not on the share?
Right.
Like that's the company's property. You know how much the vendor's going to charge if you decide to leave the company, if you need all your reports
you
from
want
the
all those?
past,
Yeah.
however many years you've been on that system. Are you crazy?
7. He was supposed to ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you
Wow.
crazy? So like part of my checklist is to save down the final reporting package so that the company has the data. If the system goes away, what happens to the data?
Good point.
So there's so many, right? And all these little things need to be captured. Linked seems to be where it's going to be now. I'm
It's a no-brainer.
so happy for you guys. Yes. Congratulations. I'm so happy and proud to know you all. I can't wait to see how it develops
Yeah.
and how you guys grow because you're going to change the game
We're
for payroll.
big fans.
I'm
We're
here.
cheering you
Yep.
on.
Yep.
Oh, thank you. And the
Absolutely.
same for
That's
you
so
guys.
nice.
You guys are
Thank you.
wonderful.
Thank
And thank
you.
you so much for the support. It really means so
Of
much
course.
to us.
Oh,
course.
So
we
thank
know.
you.
We know how it is, right? And that's why
It's
we
hard.
still
Hard out here.
Yeah, it is. And
Absolutely.
that's why we're still here doing this because honestly, our peers, hey, we
Mhm.
love the show. Keep going. We love the show. And like, that's what keeps us
Yeah.
going because there's the moments like that we're like, oh, what are we doing, man? What are we going to do this? What are we doing?
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
For
I'm
sure.
exhausted, right?
Yeah.
Oh, listen, I'm tired. And it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard when you're trying to do multiple jobs, have a family, do everything else, right?
Yep.
Yep.
It
It's a
is.
lot.
Yeah.
You have to have passion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You really got to have that burning desire, right? Like that's something that keeps you pushing. And hopefully we'll have you guys back on in some time because we want to talk about progress and where you're at
Yeah.
in the future
that'd be
state,
fun.
We
right?
would love to.
Awesome.
Hope
Yeah.
Yes.
We-
No,
we're back.
you're gonna
We're cheering
for
you
sure.
on.
There's
Good
no
vibes.
question
Good
about it.
vibes.
Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
Thank you.
Before we let you go, we have a game. What's up, Walt?
No, go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah.
we have a
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, we like to play a little something just to get us talking about other things other than payroll. But you want to take the first 3? I'll take the last 3.
Yeah. So this game
Oh.
is, since there's 2 of you on, this game is called you or them. So it's basically who's more likely to do something. And you can say either one
fun.
of you, or you can say neither of us or both of us.
Oh,
Okay, this is going to be
fun.
funny
I love
because
it.
Lisa and I are exactly
wow.
the
Oh,
same
Yeah.
even
for a lot of
oh,
stuff.
this
Yeah.
is
So
great.
this might be hard.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay, this is,
We have a lot of the
so
same
this
taste.
is, yes, it's
We'll
like the
see.
newlywed game. Okay,
Okay,
let's do
number
it.
one, who's more likely to grab a coffee from Starbucks? Both.
Me.
Okay.
Both. Okay.
Probably me, but Starbucks specifically for me,
Yeah.
and then coffee in
Okay.
general.
Ah,
for Lisa.
okay.
Okay.
Exactly.
Who's
Yeah.
more
Oh, and you. Oh,
Okay.
so sorry.
No.
Kristina can tell you my coffee order too.
Ah,
I can from Starbucks. I know it
That's
by
it.
heart.
That's-
oh my
that's
gosh. What? I
Blonde
was just gonna say, what
coffee
is it?
with
Yeah, yeah. You see, no,
Yeah.
it's so funny.
blonde coffee with
There you
half
go.
and sugar.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
Wait, does that throw off
It's just funny.
Starbucks when they see y'all like blonde coffee? They're like, wait, is it?
No.
Yeah, they're like,
Did you mean blonde? What the
Oh,
coffee?
hell?
No,
The
the
blonde
blonde.
coffee.
Yeah,
jokes.
it's so
Well,
funny.
watch
Yeah.
out now for
Yes.
Starbucks because I think the marketing team pushed it out into the field that folks are supposed to write more personalized messages on the cups now.
They
Oh,
are.
right?
Yeah, I've
Mhm.
noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this is why. Yeah.
Interesting. I love it. Okay. Okay.
All right, number two, who's more likely to listen to Panic at the Disco?
I don't even know what that is.
I would say me because it's
Yeah.
closer to my age.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm old, so yeah, we'll go with Kristina.
Last one for me, who's
Okay.
more likely
Okay.
to send an email rather than call?
Both of us.
Oh,
Nobody wants to be
both,
on the phone.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely not. So
100%. Email.
That's me too. I would text me. I was like, no, call.
Yeah,
Why?
email us, text
Yeah.
us.
just not
Calling?
call. Yeah,
No.
do
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
We'll be like, oh, I have,
Last
to call.
resort.
I have to call. We'll be
Last
like, you do
resort.
it,
Right, and
you
now
do
we
it,
we
you
do
do
a
it,
lot
yeah.
of the voice memos now, and iPhone. We just instead of
Mhm.
calling now.
Game changer. Because we could just
Oh,
speak
we
right
used to
into the
do
My friends
phone,
love
memo.
those too.
random thought streams, and just because it's sometimes right. We don't need to talk. I just need you to
That's
hear what
true.
I gotta say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just want to get my
Yes,
idea
yes,
out.
yes.
Yeah.
I do that with like voice to text, but I'm like your grandma and I don't read it before I send it. And
This is
but
so true.
Kristina though knows me well enough. I think I know what you're talking.
That's
even though it's-
I learned how to read through
Yeah,
it,
you're
and
like-
I know
Oh,
what she
wow,
meant.
that's so cool.
That's
Oh, my
hilarious.
gosh.
Oh my god. My brothers are older than me, and they're like they never want to text. I'm like, for the love of Pete, text me, and they're just like,
text.
I don't know how to
please.
text.
Yes.
Just
No.
text.
Right.
We don't want to talk.
Okay, who's more likely to share their lunch?
Of us.
I think
I
both of
mean-
us. Yeah, we share lunch in general. Like when we get something, we have the same taste
Wow.
buds.
Oh my
So
God.
we're usually like, "Do you
share
want to
it.
split this?" We literally we'll go to dinner with other people and be like, "Do you want to split
it?
dinner?"
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's like big pasta
Yeah,
plates.
yeah.
We'll just split it. Else because we're
Oh,
poor. I'm just kidding.
which-
Yes. I'm just kidding.
I
I'm
get
just
it.
kidding.
No, yeah, I get it.
I'm always looking for ways to show my cat how much I love her. And with Fancy Feast gems, I can pamper her whenever I want with a savory gravy on top of a gourmet mousse pâté. The pyramid shape makes serving simple, so all I have to do is peel and plate to make mealtime feel extra fancy. And with 2 entrees in every pack, it's easy to turn every day into the extraordinary. Fancy Feast gems.
Who's more savvy in Excel?
Kristina.
Me,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Last
She
one.
taught me XLOOKUP. She taught me
Oh.
XLOOKUP.
I have.
If you're not doing XLOOKUP, please.
I was
I'm
being
not.
the
I
girl.
do
She was
VLOOKUP.
like, what are you
Okay.
doing? And then she XLOOKUP
real
me.
quick spiel on
Please.
XLOOKUP.
Yeah.
So VLOOKUP, you have to like, it's only vertical and you have to start like your lookup field has to be
Yep.
on the left and then you have to look
Yep.
up to the right and you have to tell how many
Yep.
columns. XLOOKUP, the field that you're looking up can be on any
Shut up.
side. And
XLOOKUP.
so you can start it over here and work
Shut
left
up.
and you don't even have to tell it how many columns.
Shut
You
your
just say,
mouth.
I'm looking, yes, you look up here and I want this one back and that's it. It's so easy. It's so nice. It's so fast. And you're like, I don't have to count 26 columns over or
Right,
put my
look up,
column
what
on the
is
left hand
J?
side
Where
rather than
is
the right.
J?
I'll tell you a funny.
13.
Yes. No, wait. Hold on. This is
Oh.
because now I used to be the youngest person in the room. Now I'm the oldest person on my team. I don't know how I got there, but anyway,
Yeah.
guys, what was I? Oh, so it took me. I must have realized this like in the last few years. I've been using Excel 20 plus years, right? Where because I used to have the alphabet on my screen with the numbers under
number.
it. So I knew but I don't know if Excel always did it. Like it tells you the number as you
It counts.
counts.
Yeah. As you,
So
yeah.
somebody saw me doing it and they were like, what are you doing? I was like, the number column. They're like, look. Oh my God.
I know they come out with new
Yeah.
things all the time. so
Do
keep up.
they do? Kristina, just tell her when you have time. She'll take 10 minutes, show you
Oh,
XLOOKUP.
yeah.
It's a game changer. But she
yes.
is
It's a life
definitely
changer.
more technical than I am for sure.
Oh my God, I love it.
100%.
Last one.
Okay.
Who's more likely to watch Love is Blind?
I think that's me too.
It's reality TV.
Man, like that's me.
I'm a 90 day,
I'm reality heavy.
but I'm a 90 day fiance kind of
Oh,
person.
okay.
And so I love reality, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's where we differ. She watches 90 Day Fiance, and then I watch like The Love Is Blind, The Bachelor, or like
Yeah.
But
all
still
those.
reality TV.
Yeah.
Still,
Yeah.
yeah.
still
I
reality
mean,
TV.
have a little,
turn off our brains.
Yes.
exactly. Have a
For
little
sure.
place to just be like numb and just enjoy
Yeah.
a
A
little
downtime.
craziness.
A little drama.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Little drama.
I'm trying to find. I think I do enough stuff, but yeah. It's been amazing. We could talk all night,
Yeah.
really, but it's been amazing having
We
you guys
could,
on.
because I would love to do those questions just reversed. I would love to know which one of you is more likely to watch Love is Blind.
Ugh.
Go.
Go.
And now.
I'm forced to watch 90 Day Fiance.
First.
What? Yeah. If I want to sit
That's
next
what
to my
Tommy said,
wife,
too.
I gotta watch.
But then
stuff.
you're like, wait, what?
Oh,
And then
I
you
drive
have
her
all the
crazy
questions about,
because
like,
I'll have commentary. And she's like, I thought you weren't watching, and I'm like, well,
Exactly.
I'm
Exactly.
watching. I gotta be now.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Love
it's
Blind-
funny.
Love is Blind. No, more so.
funny.
We more so watch like Survivor, Amazing Race, those type of things.
Oh,
Like
that's good.
Survivor.
Yeah, we all have
Yeah.
Yeah,
a genre of reality.
Yeah.
yeah. What should
My
I
lights
watch?
back on. My lights turned on.
Trying to think about what we've been watching recently. She watches a lot of crime stuff, and
Oh,
you know,
true crime.
yeah.
Me
Do
too.
you really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Christina is like the real podcaster, though. She'll be like, you need to listen to this podcast. Like, she's great about going out and listening and of all sorts.
Ooh,
and
what
I
are you
love
listening
that
to
about-
now?
Right.
So recently, there's this podcast called Lenny's podcast.
what is it,
and it's-
Lenny?
Yeah, Lenny's
Okay.
podcast. So I listened to that he brings on like different like product managers from like big like tech
Okay.
companies, just for like understanding like how other people do things.
Yep.
So I like to listen to those. And to Jay
Yep.
Shetty, I listened to one with a female founder. It was really good. I forgot her name. Bad on me, but it was on Jay Shetty.
Okay.
That one was a really good.
That's a
listen.
good. I haven't heard of these. I love podcasts.
Oh yeah, those are good
Yep.
ones.
What about
There's one
Payroll
called-
that we are listening to? These
Yeah,
two
they
guys
would-
do
yeah.
it. Remember
Yay.
the
Two
names or
guys,
anything,
yeah.
but it's quite
Something it's
interesting.
about
Something like
maybe.
that. That's good.
Oh,
cool.
thank you so much.
Wow, then
What was I gonna? You guys see, you threw me off. Oh, How I Built This. Have you? I
Oh,
think
yeah,
I NPR
yeah.
puts that one out.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've heard of that
interesting.
one.
One too. So I love those. Listening to the origin stories, the founders' stories. Right?
Yeah,
You guys are
Founder
gonna be
Stories
on
again.
that soon, right? Telling your story. I love
Can
it.
only hope.
Yeah.
I like Trevor Noah's podcast.
Yeah.
And sports stuff. So this is where I think I get my disconnect from Payroll is my podcast, because I
Right.
listen to the Kelsey brothers, New Heights football
Mm-hmm.
podcast, sport. They do everything now. They got $100 million contract to do a podcast, so they have actors on.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
right. So yeah,
Wow.
they do everything, but it's very sport driven. Trevor Noah, and my favorite is Drink Champs, which is it's a hip hop based podcast,
Oh.
and yeah, Pioneer. I don't know if he's retired, but he's an older rapper from like my age, and a DJ host it, and they only bring on the legends of hip hop. You have to have been in hip hop for at least 10 years to come on the show.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So it's very cool. And one of them is from Queens. So it's like talking to my friends, like listening to my friends talk, because I live in South Florida now. I'm originally from New York. So I'm like always getting nostalgic, and I miss New York sometimes. And until it's winter time, then when my mom is like 8 degrees here, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm good.
Yeah.
Thanks.
good.
Oh gosh. All right, guys. We're not gonna keep you anymore because again, we'll go all night.
We could be here all
Yes,
night. You
and
guys are wonderful.
no,
we couldn't thank
you guys
Wonderful.
did great. I
Honestly,
mean,
thank
I
you.
told you, once you get to payroll talking, it becomes very comfortable. So
Yes.
the website is
Sure.
LNKTUP.com.
Yep.
Linked
You got
up,
it. LinkedUp.com.
linkedup.com.
Because
Well,
linked was not available.
that's for
Linked
obvious
was not a-
reasons, right?
Yeah, and it was So LNKT.
And
yep.
we'll put the link in the show notes as well.
Yep.
Go check
Thank
them
you.
out. Get on there. Sign up. Get this tool. Oh, and again, I had meant to say like that knowledge transfer to sell it to their bosses to get this. That's going to be big. Look, this is how you keep payroll continuity as we move and grow
Yep.
through systems, right? Maybe even through. Oh my gosh, so much.
That's the one.
Congratulations, guys, ladies. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you, guys.
Um,
We really
And
appreciate it.
we'll
We love the
stay in
support.
touch. Yeah, we gotta support each other for sure. And
Percent.
Definitely.
we'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Don't
Before we sign off, here are a couple quick things. Don't forget to follow It's About Payroll on LinkedIn and It's About Your Paycheck on Facebook and TikTok.
thank you for being part of our payroll community, and thank you for being a part of this journey with us. Until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and most importantly, keep going.
You know the words dominating today's headlines.
Private equity
Generative
capital
gains
tax.
America's chip fueled by market volatility.
Bets on
Fed rate cuts are
But do you understand how they impact your world and your wallet? In a world that skims the what, understand the why. Because context changes everything. Subscribe at Bloomberg.com.